house. Now listen, so now let's talk about the dangers of too much negative air energy inside the birth chart, right? So now, what is the air energy inside of astrology? That would be the zodiac signs of what? Gemini, Libra, and also Aquarius, right? So now, the air energy in and of itself rules intellectual capacity, intellectual communication, communication in general. You see what I'm saying? And it also rules like social settings, social organization, right? So guess what can happen if you got negative aspect of this shit, these placements, right? Guess what? Social awkwardness, right? Social insecurity, right? Feeling like you're not accepted by group dynamics. Because remember, the highest expression of air signs is Aquarius. And Aquarius rules what? The collective, right? You see what I'm saying? But Aquarius energy in and of itself, they already feel like they aliens and the outcasts and shit like that or whatever. But the thing about it is when you have a lot of negative air element, you got to remember, it's intellectual curiosity. This can be curiosity for the wrong things. I'm so curious. I want to know what meth is like. You see what I'm saying? That's some Gemini shit. I'm so curious. I want to know what it's like to do something violent. You see what I'm saying? That's that more, because Gemini is the most curious aspect, right? I just want to get an intellectual grasp on how it all works. I want to see what a cut up body is like. Maybe I'm being a little bit extreme, but you got to remember, curiosity itself is very the fuck extreme. Ain't no limits to it, right? You got people on Earth right now trying to recreate the conditions to see how and what a black hole is, and making suns and shit. That's curiosity at its finest. That could potentially be devastating and costing millions, even billions of fucking lives if that shit go incorrect and wrong. So, air energy in and of itself, right? Too much air energy in and of itself, negative, can lead to extreme gossip. It's rude communication. Negative aspect, negative communication. Always talking about somebody. I always got something negative to say. Most of the time, people who I see do that shit in tropical and Vedic, especially like women, it's normally like Gemini women. It's normally Gemini women that get all the tea and all the gossip. I ain't gonna even count. There really is them, right? Because you got to remember, Gemini energy in and of itself does rule the third house of communication in the natural traditional zodiac, right? Libra energy is always about trying to be harmonious. But the thing about it is, if Libra energy is out of whack and it's too negatively aspected, it can put them into delusions of trying to balance and negotiate with people who are unreasonable, right? Or also it can make them a little bit more scheming when it comes to their negotiations and trying to balance things, right? You see what I'm saying? Because the negative aspect of whatever, you know what I'm talking about, zodiac sign, it's going to be just like a complete opposite of all their positive traits, right? So the thing about it is, if Libra energy in and of itself is all about relationships, commitment. It's all about diplomacy. It's all about making sure that you get yours, I get mine. What would be the opposite of that? That shit gonna be damn near more negative Aries energy. And Libra gonna be more selfish for them. I want this for me, but I want to kind of dominate this part more. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be it's the same shit like with Aquarius. Aquarius is about the collective, right? Opposite of that shit, they ain't gonna give a fuck about the collective. They gonna feel like the collective have wronged them and they ain't trying to help shit. They the real black sheep in the type of outcast. Real talk. So that's the thing about it is, y'all listen, the air sign energy in and of itself, another thing too is like thinking that they intellectually superior than everybody around. People with strong air placements, especially Aquarius, can feel like that. Listen, Aquarius gonna be the most hard-headed fucking placement. They just feel like that you tell them anything, because they see shit a lot of times, especially if they Aries ascendants or Aries moon and suns or Aries Jupiters. They have, you gotta remember, the energy of Aquarius is unconventional, right? You get them a straightforward answer, they gonna pick it apart and be like, you know what, you could have looked at it from this aspect. If I was you, I would have seen it like this. All type of shit, right? You see what I'm saying? So that shit can piss people off with Aquarius. Like, oh my God, you just trying to tell me I'm wrong and you right. So Aquarius people can be very confrontational. It's still a masculine sign that's fixed about unconventional, radical thinking in radical ways. So people with strong Aquarius people with strong Aquarius placement, they really want your ass to think outside of the box. Like they thinking outside the box only though. That sometimes be very negative. Think outside of the box, but only like the way I thought about it outside the box. Real shit. So yes, y'all listen, another thing too, y'all can be less empathetic too. A lot of people can feel like you got too much air energy. Y'all can be aloof. Like it seems like you're not all there. That's why some people think people with air signs is mentally slow sometimes. Like, no, they just in their own world and shit. But because the thing about it is the energy of air is aloof. It just is. It's just everywhere, right? The air signs are all about freedom. The only zodiac sign when the air signs that ain't necessarily about freedom in every sense of the word, because Libra is about relationships, about being with somebody, one-on-one partnerships, business partnerships, right? Contractual agreements. You see what I'm saying? But Libra energy is about liberation and freedom from a justice aspect and standpoint. So guess what? Negative Libra energy, they don't give a fuck about justice. And greed can take over their ass. Real talk, manipulation, all that shit. So yes, y'all, this is just a quick understanding about what can happen if you got too much negative air energy inside of the actual birth chart, right? Don't let curiosity destroy your ass like it destroyed the cat. But other than that, y'all, listen, I will talk to y'all later, man. Peace.